So just touching base again once, please. Animal, you're reacting to whatever is happening and going on around us instead of responding. We're reacting with emotions, we're reacting. Remember, you cannot make rational decisions, you cannot make intelligent decisions when you're emotional. That's where the word, or whoever coined the phrase, I'm sorry, came from, right? I'm sorry because we blew our top. Or I'm sorry because we got angry. I'm sorry because I forgot to be sick. Whatever. Whoever coined that phrase, I'm sorry, knew exactly what they were talking about because they knew they had a ton of people who were being in that category. I'm sorry. Communication's irreversible, but still, I'm responding, I'm reacting with my emotions. When you're emotional, we aren't rational. When we're not rational, we don't make good decisions. So if you feel yourself in an emotional state, please wait till you become non-emotional to make a decision. It makes a big difference. Also, when people are at their animal instinct, this is where blame. I'm not responsible for myself, it's everybody else's fault. It's who's the matter with me? Who's the matter with me? Meaning, whose fault is it? It's not my fault. Who did this? Why isn't somebody going to communicate with us? Why isn't somebody going to fix this country? It's the questions of why and who that frighten you, and they should frighten you when you hear it, because that means personal accountability is not there. It's always someone else. So if someone else, and here's that phrase, that I love this phrase, if someone else makes you feel mad, sad, or glad, you can have it. We make ourselves feel that way, and we choose how we want to react and respond to people. And mass programmed to conform. We are programmed from the day we are born with whatever our parents, grandparents, everyone fed to us. We're programmed. That type of mentality, we're not really thinking, but we think we're thinking, but we're just following what everybody else is doing. And occasionally, we slip out of the line and have a great thought, a great idea, and then Hayden comes to me and says, "Man, you're stupid. That's just crazy. That's wacko. You can't do this. You can't put on a public seminar, LeAnne. You're a corporate trainer. You don't do this kind of thing. You don't even know what you're doing." Well, okay, so what? I'm going to find out anyway. All right, well, let's find out anyway. It is exactly very much like holding down an aspiration. When you want to hold down and you got a bunch of crabs in the pot, one wants to reach out, one's climbing out, but everybody wants you to stay down because, folks, people don't hate change. Probably you don't hate change, but what you hate is being changed. And if somebody wants to change who's around you, it changes everything for you too. So when they start changing, now you got to change, and you don't want to do that. You want it to stay the same because you don't want to go through any uncomfortable. So the mass has got a pretty big force behind them, pretty powerful force that we have to resist, and we have to let our aspiration go above and beyond that. But it's so difficult if the support network is not there, but recognize that we are our support network and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Remember, we went back to results. Results aren't, and our accomplishments are not what defines us at all. Sometimes they're coping strategies, they're learning strategies, but they aren't who we are. So when Hayden looks at this and says success is not based on the potential, but your awareness of what your potential could possibly be. It's not what's happening now, it's what's possible. And especially now, it is what's possible because what's possible is entirely up to us. You did it in the day. Think what we could do as a collective when you get like-minded people in the same area. If you can feel the energy that's here, it's completely different than people that don't want to be here. Or when you're standing where somebody says, well, here's another good example. You'll appreciate that. We're going to have a break right after this. She's given it to me 3 times now, so I think I have to take it out of that. This is a great example. Jan comes in and shares for the first time that she and her family have discovered the movie The Secret with Bob Parker, and they're going to view it. They go view it. They're sitting down a little bit. I guess 10, 15 of them are in the room. At least 10% of them went, well, this is just hooey. I just don't get this. I hate it. I don't believe this is true. I can't implement this in my life. I can't do what it says it is. What are you hearing?
Negative.
Oh, negativity. And what's the whole thing about it? You're going to give exactly what you asked for. And Jan was smart enough to go, you're absolutely right. For you, you're not coming. You're not. Because that's the way, instead of turning it around and going, I may not understand, I may not agree 100% with it, but that's okay. I can open my mind up to let it come in, and then I can try. But then it was very funny that that happened. But it's kind of cute.
Well, you have to listen to it over and over and over to reset your way of thinking.
Absolutely. So practice. But it's perfect practice, not practice makes perfect, it's perfect practice. Because you can practice it the wrong way all you want, have people tell you that, well, if I think really hard enough, I'm never going to do it, I'm never going to do it, and then I do it. You get what you ask for. Whatever you put out to the universe, you get it back. If I say I can't be something and I can't do it, and I'm never going to be this, and I'm never going to have it, then yeah, it's going to get answered for you. It's exactly what's going to happen. Most millionaires that were ever made was in the Depression. Second biggest time that millionaires were made was in the last big crash that we had with the dot-com bust. And those two eras in time where the whole masses, remember 97% of the populace now, all went broke, bust, something, didn't come up with an idea, but allowed to be guided, allowed themselves to be guided by what was happening. We have got to raise our level of awareness to where this just does not happen. So just touching base again.